tips and tricks for you guys about how I apply my strip lashes just to make sure they're unclockable. We do not support a wonky lash, but let me know down below if you guys are team strip lash, team extensions, or if you aren't rocking falsies at all. But let's get right into it. So the first tip that I have for you guys is understand your eye shape and the look that you're going for before you buy your lashes. So for me, my eyes are pretty like almond shaped, and I really like the way that a cat eye looks. So I tend to gravitate towards lashes that have a lot of the length and volume toward the outer corner. I'll show you guys what I mean when I say that. So for these, if you can see, they're longer on this side than it is with the inner corner. So this just saves you some trouble. So if you think, it's gonna turn out a certain way with your eyes, shapes come together to really create the look, and that's really how I do my makeup, off of shapes and colors. So make sure you pay attention to that. I'm not really sure how I can explain it. It's all about preference, but over time you start to learn those. So bonus tip to throw in there, I get a lot of my lashes from AliExpress just because you can get an entire pack for like a couple bucks, and I just threw all my lashes on the floor. But major chaotic energy right now, friends. But over time you start to learn those. So for my second tip, I would recommend, especially if you're a beginner and you're just starting to use strip lashes, I would definitely go for lashes that have a thicker band. So it's going to be really hard to show too, but this band is what I would consider a thick band, and then I'll grab some lashes that have a thinner one. Be careful, so I'll put them. So this is a lash that has a thin band, and you can barely see it, but I've just noticed that these are harder for me to put on, and I've been wearing lashes for a while. So for the third tip, I recommend that you use tweezers to apply your lashes, just because I feel like you can get like really detailed close to the lash line, and I usually have long nails, so that's a no-go for me. So for my first tip, I recommend that you have like a little desk mirror, something like that, or small compact or something, and when you're applying, have the mirror under your face. So when you do that, you can see this part of your eye. I look so crazy right now, I'm so sorry, but this is for learning purposes. It's for you guys. So you can see this part of your eye. And so that's important, because I noticed that in the beginning when I was first trying to apply lashes, I would always try to stick them straight on, and my lashes would get in the way. And so then I glue all over my lashes, it's getting all over my eye, it's getting in my eye, and I'm probably going to end up not going where I was supposed to go. So definitely. So now I'm going to start putting mine on. I'm going to put the first one on camera, and then I'll put the second one on off, just to make sure this goes quickly. So I have my lash, I have my tweezers, I have my mirror, and then for glue, I use the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive with aloe, and I prefer black. I just feel it dries weird for me, but this is totally preference too. So when you apply your glue to the lash, you want to make sure that it's coated very consistently from tip to tip, but you don't want to bunch so that it takes forever to dry. Ooh, let's see if I can. Whew, whew. Okay, so you got it on there. So this is the perfect leading into tip number 5. Before you apply your lashes, you're gonna wanna let it dry for 60 seconds. I usually just wave it around, blow on it. And so what this does is it makes the glue tacky. So if you apply it while it's still very wet, you're gonna get a lot of movement. It'll take an extra couple of seconds for it to really be locked in place. So if you just start the drying process before you put it on, it makes it much easier to get that, you know, one and done instead of fighting with your lashes all night. So for tip number 6, I'm gonna show you guys how I hold my lashes with my tweezers. And these are kind of gross, but they just have glue in them, so don't drag me. But whichever eye that I'm working on, so I'm about to put this lash onto the right eye, I'm gonna have the tip of the tweezers facing the inner corner. And so I like to use slant. You're gonna wanna grab your lashes so that you aren't touching the band part. It's just hold on to it slightly below the band with the pointed part facing the inner corner. So you have a really good grip on it and your hand is out of the way. So I have the angle that I need. So for my next tip,
what tip is this?
Okay, tip number 7. You're gonna wanna apply to the center of your eye first. So right around this area. Let me make sure you guys can see me. And it's gonna, ooh. She on there, but she not on there, okay? So I go from the middle, outside, inside. For tip number 8, I like to apply my lashes slightly above the outer corner. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. And then you're gonna pull this last corner in. And you just stick it in place. And now she's on. You just press down. I feel like you can't really see it because these lashes are so thick, but I did not place the lash right on this outer corner. And so I feel like this really closes the eyes and it makes your eyes look really small. So if you put a little bit of space between that, it's gonna lift everything up. So for the next tip, I do clean up. Oh, this is probably your biggest dead giveaway of that you have on false lashes, is having a lot of glue. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. So we're gonna take a Q-tip. I lick it. That seems a little intimate to do on camera. Go all over the top line and clean up any glue that might be up there. Just take your time. Sometimes if you do this too soon and you wipe off too much glue, you'll get lifting. So just be careful of that. We'll keep cleaning it up. And I'm really going in here, making sure I get everything off. So I might have to use a couple of Q-tips, but that's fine. It's all for the tip number 10. Wow, we're already all the way through it. So for tip number 10, once it's a little more dry and everything is where it needs to be, you can go ahead and pinch it between your fingers. They have pinching tools also. I usually just use my finger though. And what this is gonna do is make sure everything is super flush to your lash line and also the shape of your eye. So pinch, 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 push. just make sure everything is lined up where it needs to be. So if I look down, you can probably still see a little bit of glue, but overall it's just a really clean look. So I'm gonna do my next lash and then we'll do some quick fire bonus tips at the end. I did.
Just take your time. Sometimes if you do this too soon, you wipe off too much glue, you'll get lifting. So, just be careful of that.
I told y'all. So do as I say, not as I do. Before I pinch it, and just sometimes you have to pull it over a little bit. So just a quick, a couple of extra tips that really take your lashes to the next level. One, your lashes, your natural lashes, start about right here. You never want to have lash from inner corner to outer corner. It's just going to make everything look super small. You're going to look uglier than you used to. So make sure that you trim the lashes if you need to, so that they fit your eye shape, your eye size, things like that. Make sure you have, if you're going out or something like that, bring extra glue, bring your tweezers, bring a little mirror. There's nothing worse than thinking you were the cutest all night, and then you get home and your lashes were lifting like somebody's lace front, because we've all been there. So no judgment, but just to keep it cute, sis. Don't let them catch you slipping. So hopefully these tips will help you guys apply your strip lashes just a little bit better. Let me know if I have anyone who's thinking of converting. Maybe if you tried this version, you'll give up some lash extensions. I think they're just expensive and kind of damaging to your real lashes. Gorgeous though, but I mean, if I don't have to pay that amount to get the look, then why would I? Tell me, why would I do it? But anyways, did I even, wait, pinch this before I forget. Pinch, 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 pinch. Alright, y'all just cancel me. Maybe I'll take some pictures later on. I didn't get all of the glue, but it's enough, like, you know. This is going to be my first video, so definitely give me suggestions of any video ideas. My sort of vision for this channel is just to help young women with self-improvement, that grow up, and making the most of what you have. You know, being beautiful and well put together doesn't have to break the bank, and you know, at every step of the way we can elevate ourselves in some ways. So keep it cute, sis. I don't really have an intro or an outro, so bye y'all.